What the jack is up, everybody? Jando here. I'll do a little follow-up video to my video, Is Maplestory Unhealthy? And in the consensus is that, yeah, the game's pretty unhealthy. It just invokes too many FOMO-based mechanics tied into community clout that pushes you to overextend yourself, even though it is a play at your own pace kind of game. But that isn't the question I am going to debate or go into more. The new question that I'm going into is that how do I personally stay healthy while playing this game? Now, if you've been following along with my progression series, you can clearly see that I am abnormal. I am progressing on 8 characters, and in tomorrow's prog video, now 10 characters. And it's like, well, how do you even have the time for that? That's so many systems and dailies and weeklies you got to do. So what gives? Well, it is tough. It is a I have to sacrifice. I can't do everything. It's just I am mortal. I can't do everything, but I focus on the things that I personally enjoy. But at the same time, some of the things that I don't enjoy that I should be doing, like progressing bosses, takes a back seat. It's like, well, I won't be able to be delaying getting like a uh, Mitra's Rage. I'll be delaying getting like a Plasma Heart or getting like rewards from Challenger World, and then internal pieces. But at the same time, I am really enjoying like progressing my characters on my account. That's where I find most enjoyment of progging every week, getting them up, slowly building up my income so that when I do decide to progress bosses, I'm gonna have just infinite meso and it's gonna be a good time. And there's like a end to the journey as well. It's like, well, I have 6 Legion champions, 7 C10 boss mules. There is a light at the end of the tunnel that they will be done, and I can look back, sit down, and appreciate my hard work. But getting there is needs to have some talking about, because if you're overextending yourself and not giving your actual life the attention it needs, well, that's when MapleStory does become unhealthy. Sure, the game has unhealthy practices, but you can have a healthy relationship with the game. You just have to sacrifice something at the cost of it. You sacrifice your responsibilities in your own life. Sure, you may be able to prog a little faster in MapleStory. Vice versa, you're sacrificing progging in MapleStory, which can, for some, not be fun. It's like, well, I can spend 30 to 60 minutes a day on this game. This is all I get? Fuck, I gotta play this game for the rest of my life, basically. Well, that's the point. But yeah, so how do I remain healthy? How do I define health? For me, defining health is that I make sure my responsibilities in life are met. I take care of friends and family, make sure I spend time with them. And then, of course, I also take care of myself. I sleep well, I eat well, and of course, move well. And I guess this video is more of another way of like auditing myself, because like you can't really measure what's going on unless you track it in some means. That's the only way you can make progress. I am also abnormal, as one of my other hobbies outside of MapleStory is also health and fitness. I have a uh, big history with health and fitness, as I've gone under my own personal weight loss journey, and with it, I've come across a so much knowledge about health and fitness that I've even questioned my real life profession and changing it from my current role in tech support into maybe getting certified and becoming a personal trainer. So it has been a decision or a thought that I've kind of fantasized about as a future possibility of where to take my future. Though ultimately, I am just too damn comfortable with where I am. It just may be a mark on me. I do like when something's comfortable. I tend to stick to it. It does, even though I've grown infinitely over, especially my 20s. It's all about coming back to a level of comfort. So, am I maintaining these pillars of health that I just mentioned? And I do try and keep a emphasis on this. And I think really the only boon or the only thing that allows me to be able to spend or devote so much time to the mushroom game, because honestly, I am doing a lot. It's like, it's no secret. 8 to 10 meals or characters that I'm focusing on each week, 13 to 14 boss mules. It is a big endeavor. But the biggest advantage that I get, and I'm quite privileged that I do get this opportunity, is that I work from home. I focus my work and make sure that gets done as soon as possible to the highest quality that I can provide so that I can spend time on this mushroom game. And there's a lot of like downtime activities where it's like, oh, I can just do dailies over the course. Instead of doing dailies in like an hour, I spread it across 3, 4 hours. Like my entire day just might be that. And then I could just do some mindless farming while waiting, or if I'm in meetings or doing something on the side. I may get reduced rates, but I am doing something that I like more than both Maplestory and Health and Fitness, and that is multitasking. Being able to do two things at once is just, it gives me a fundamental sense of satisfaction that I just can't really describe to the best of my ability. Whether that be working plus grinding a Maplestory, working plus listening to an audiobook. I just love doing two things at once because it just, for me, look, I may have undiagnosed ADHD. I may just be fueling my own problems, but it does give me a overwhelming sense of satisfaction. So if I can do two things at once, then I feel like I'm life maxing. Terrible word. But that's where my general head is around this whole thing. Then how do I classify these responsibilities and like making sure I'm taking care of myself while playing this game? Well, for my own responsibilities, I mainly include that chores around the house, work. That is a big responsibility because it allows me to be able to play this game like how I play it. But I need to make sure that I'm in good standing with my colleagues, with the work I'm doing, make sure it's high quality. Also, make sure I'm growing in the role. I can't just remain stagnant. That's, again, detrimental to my long term health. I need to be able to grow. And if I'm not actually growing, then something in my life is preventing me from doing that. And then for friends and family, I make sure I still do social events. I law drop. I am engaged. I'm getting married next year, so I need to make sure that I spend time with the fiance, make sure their needs are met, and that I still. It's like one of the issues I've had in the past. Like Maplestory is all consuming, and then that was a issue that I had going into the game. It's like, damn, if I play this game, I know that I'm going to lose myself to it, but I can't have that this time. No, like one of my rules going into this game is that I need to make sure that I am giving everything else in my life the attention it needs and deserves. But also, I have a dog. I need to make sure they are walked. I have a cat. I need to make sure they get some play. And then there is my own personal health goals. I need to make sure I'm sleeping right. Sleeping. If you are sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night, you are playing this game on hard mode. It's like playing the game without drop gear or meso gear. It is even worse than that. It's like you don't have symbols enough arcane force. Like you need 7 to 8 hours sleep, and this is a big thing that I am still trying to overcome. I look, I aim for the best, and I'll settle for whatever I can achieve. But the intention is I try and sleep at minimum 7 hours, maximum 8 hours. And then there is eating well and moving well. Both will then also make sleeping really even better. And I do this by, I'll just do dailies on this account. Fuck it. And so for moving well, I will just get my steps up. And as I said, I love multitasking. So I have a standing desk plus walking pad combo. And oh my goodness, it is a game changer. In 2024, my average step count for the year was around 6,000. I think it was like 6,600 steps. for 2025, when I got the walking pad, it doubled, literally doubled. I now walk out an average 12K steps a day. And this is what I try and maintain. Usually it's, I will jump on the walking pad. If I'm working from home, I'll usually jump on it around 10:30 and I'm just walking away. Now, let me tell you, walking while working, while doing something passively in Mushroom Game, the amount of satisfaction I get is unparalleled. It's great. And then moving well, I kind of like is an umbrella term for so strength training. Again, you aren't strength training, you should. It is so good for your health. That I used to do it because I wanted to just get huge, but now I've taken a back seat, and my a better mindset is that I do it for health reasons. I do it because I want to maintain a healthy level of muscle mass, so that when I do inadvertently hurt myself, whether it's now or whenever I'm 80, I don't break something. And it's definitely bad if you do it when you're 80. That's kind of like, so I try and go at least 3 times a week. And then for eating well, this is probably the most important part. I view uh, preparing your own meals and just planning your own meals as a level of self-love, and that if you do it, you are taking steps forward that you love yourself. So I go, and so my mindset is that ideally my entire diet is just whole food, foods that don't have anything mixed into them. You can buy them, cook them straight out from the grocery store. Things like veggies. Things like, what is it? If it comes from a tree, it comes from the ground, or had a mum and a dad. That's kind of like the umbrella term for whole foods. And I do my best, but we live in a world where ultra processed food is just, it's everywhere. And you can't really avoid it. And if you do avoid it, you are giving up a part of life. And it is a slippery slope, because if you go without it, your health improves, but how does that influence your social aspects? And if you derive joy from food, how does that work? If you don't replace finding joy in other means, you are literally cutting out joy in your life. And then gets a little tricky and finicky. So I try and go 80% whole foods, 20% ultra processed. I still allow myself like some sweet treats or a bag of chips, but it's trying to enforce a level of moderation. And then to also augment this, I do enjoy fasting. I practice 16/8 every day, and then some couple times every a couple months, including right now, I practice alternate day fasting, which I have to say, insane mental boost. And it's probably one of the main reasons I do it. Even though I initially wanted to do it for weight loss, I now do it because of the absolute crazy mental benefits I get. And I just feel just better overall. But yeah, that's how I eat well, move well, and sleep well. And doing this just allows me to just be better as an individual. I know it feels a little cocky to say that, but I do feel my best when I try and enforce these habits. And it's not like I do this all the time and have 100% adherence rate. No, it can get difficult. I am still recovering from the first week of February. Um, I was home alone for the week. I kind of lost myself in my habits I was trying to enforce, and then I got sick, and it was just like a slow car crash where I stopped walking, I stopped going to the gym, I stopped eating right, and everything just kind of unraveled. Setbacks like this happen all the time. Think of Maplestory. Easily, setbacks can happen all the time. Your class gets nerfed. It's like, shit, I don't want to play this game anymore. You stop playing, and then you feel like you're falling behind, and then all your peers get stronger, and then you just stop playing. Or maybe you return to the game, and it's like all exciting again. Means the moral of that is that a break does do you justice. Like, you don't need to always go balls to the walls. Breaks are healthy. Taking a deliberate pause from something is healthy. That what is my point of this video? Is it to just gloat that look at me, look how healthy I am? No, it's not. It's more about there is an awareness to it, a level of like the same with how I take track of all my progress in Maplestory. You got to do it for real life as well. You just can't just do it for one aspect of your life. No, do it for everything. I do it for my health. I do it for my mushroom game. I do it for my finances. If you want to improve on something, you must track it. It's just how it works. Our mind is too uh what's the word? It's too bias to do this willy nilly. If you just raw dog it, like you are, look, you may get some progress, but compare, like, you need to track. Your mind will make biases. It will make what's the word? Allowances. Like, for example, one of the biggest pitfalls I suffer when I do a alternate day fasting is the days that I eat. My mind's like, well, you didn't have any food yesterday, so you can have all the food today, and that's a dangerous thought, because if your mind is already predisposing you to go absolute balls to the walls when it comes to food, you're going to undo all your progress from the day before and may cause even more harm due to how disruptive how much food you're eating. Same with Maplestory. If you go all out, I think like the Sunday events, like a good case of examples, like, oh, it's room Sunday. I haven't farmed all week, so now I need to make up for it by doing a crazy like 16-hour day, maybe even stay up the entire night so I can grind all day. I think you just feel absolutely awful the next day and don't want to farm. And then because you don't farm, you come into the exact same position you were the next time this event rolls around, and it's a vicious cycle. Whereas if you used to do a cheeky 30-minute farm every day, you're not overextending yourself. You're not uh, removing anything else of your real life. I know words. Look, the moral is play at your own pace. Same like this. It goes into real life as well. Play at your own pace. Progress at your own pace. You really only have to make sure you're doing 1% better than the week before, and then you will see results. And I hate being in Culvert because I can't get out of this goddamn map. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Thank you all for listening to me rambling. It made sense. I hope I got some message across. Take care of your health, take care of yourself, and have a jack and good day. Catch you all in the next one.